When your dog settles at your feet every single night, do you actually know what they are trying to tell you? Most owners assume it's simple, there's no room on the bed, or maybe it's just habit. But that's not what's happening. What your dog is actually doing when they choose that spot, night after night without fail, says something about you specifically, something they have never been able to say out loud. And it goes deeper than most owners ever find out. We're going to break down exactly what each part of this behavior means. But stay with me until the last point, because if your dog has recently moved away from your feet, even after months or years of sleeping there, don't brush that off. We'll get into what that really means at the end, and it's something most owners wish they'd understood sooner. There's also one thing your dog does while sleeping at your feet that most people completely misread as something small. It isn't, and once you understand it, you'll never see those quiet nights the same way again. 1. It was never about space on the bed. Think about that for a moment. Your dog has options: the couch, the floor by the window, their own bed if you gave them one. Maybe even a spot next to you, right there, warm and close. And they chose your feet. Not beside you, not on top of you. Your feet. Specifically. Most owners never stop to ask why that position. They assume the dog just ended up there. But here is what is actually happening. In wolf packs, where each wolf sleeps in relation to the others, is one of the clearest signals of trust and hierarchy in the entire group. Wolves do not sleep randomly. They sleep in a formation, and the positioning tells you everything about who trusts who protects who, and who belongs together. Your dog has not lost that instinct. They just redirected it toward you. A study published in Applied Animal Behavior Science found that dogs sleeping in close proximity to their primary human showed significantly lower cortisol levels than dogs sleeping separately, even when separated by just a few feet. That is not a small finding. That means your dog's body is physically calmer when they are at your feet, not near you, at your feet. There is a difference. So when your dog bypasses every other option in the room and comes to settle at the base of where you sleep, they are not running out of choices. They are making one. That position at your feet is not a default. It is a declaration. 2. They are guarding the exit for you. They are not just sleeping near you. They are guarding you. Here is the thing most owners completely miss. And this is what I mentioned earlier, the one thing most people misread as something small. Look at where your dog sleeps at your feet. Now look at what they are facing. Most of the time, it is the door, the hallway entrance, the direction any threat would come from. That is not a coincidence. That is a post. Your dog did not accidentally land facing that direction. They scanned the room. They identified the most likely point of entry, and they place themselves between that point and the person they have decided to protect. Now, you might be thinking, my dog is 12 pounds and sleeps through thunderstorms. They are not guarding anything, and you are right that they probably could not stop much. But here is what matters more than whether they could. They believe they can. Research on canine sleeping positions published in Animal Cognition found that domesticated dogs consistently orient their bodies toward perceived entry points in a room, even in environments they consider completely safe. That instinct does not switch off, not even in sleep, not even in your home, not even after years of never encountering a single threat. It is still running, every single night. So while you were asleep, your dog was not just resting. They had taken a position. They had a job, and that job, quietly, without you ever asking, was you. And hey, if this is changing the way you see your dog, take a second to hit like and subscribe. It helps us reach more owners who want to truly understand their dog, not just live alongside them. 3. The feet position is a trust ranking. The feet position is not just one thing, it is a ranking, and most owners have no idea that where their dog sleeps tells them exactly where they stand. Here is what almost nobody talks about. Dogs do not treat all humans the same. Even in a house full of people they love, there is an order, a hierarchy built quietly over months, through observation, through trust that was tested and passed, through moments you probably do not even remember. In wolf packs, this hierarchy is never assigned. It is earned. Wolves sleep closest to the ones they trust most and consider most essential to the pack's survival. Not the loudest wolf, not the biggest wolf, the most trusted one. Researchers at Eötvös Loránd University in Budapest, one of the leading institutions studying dog cognition, found that dogs form a clear primary attachment figure in every household they live in, one person above all others, the person whose presence lowers their stress hormones faster than anyone else in the room. That person is who they sleep nearest to, consistently, every night. So if your dog has chosen your feet and keeps choosing your feet, they have not done that for everyone. They have done that for you, not because you feed them, not because you were simply there, but because over time, without a single word between you, your dog ran an evaluation, and you passed. 4. They are syncing their sleep to yours. Your dog rewrote their biology for you, and most owners walk right past that without ever realizing what it means. Have you ever noticed that your dog seems to fall asleep around the same time you do? That they slow down when you slow down, go quiet when the house goes quiet, and are somehow already awake, already watching, by the time you open your eyes in the morning. Most people think that is just how dogs are. It is not. Here is something almost no one tells you. Dogs are not natural nighttime sleepers, left completely to their own rhythm. No humans, no schedule, no routine. A dog would sleep in short bursts scattered across the entire day and night. 10 minutes here, 20 minutes there, always half alert, always ready to move. Wolves, your dog's closest ancestors, have never in their entire evolutionary history slept through the night the way you do. It is not in their biology, and yet your dog does it, every single night, at your feet. A study published in Scientific Reports found that dogs living closely with humans gradually shift their sleep and wake cycles to mirror their owners' patterns. They stay awake longer during the day. They sleep more deeply at night. They synchronize, not because a vet told them to, not because it is comfortable, but because that is when you are available, and being near you matters more to them than their own natural rhythm. Think about that for a second. An animal whose entire biology was built for short, fragmented bursts of rest, rebuilt that schedule, quietly, without being asked, just to exist in your world at the same time you do. Every night they settled at your feet, they were not just sleeping beside you, they were choosing your hours over their own. 5. They can feel your stress. Through your feet. Your dog is not just sleeping at your feet. They are reading them every single night. Have you ever had a hard day? One you never talked about, never showed, never brought into a single conversation, and noticed your dog pressed in closer, settled heavier, stayed longer than usual? Most owners brush that off. They think the dog just wanted warmth, or comfort, or was simply tired. But your dog was not reacting to nothing. They were reacting to you. Here is what is happening beneath the surface. When you are stressed, even when you say nothing, even when you look completely fine, your body tells a different story. Your breathing shifts, your muscles hold tension differently, your skin releases cortisol through microscopic changes in temperature and chemistry that you cannot feel, but your dog absolutely can. They are not guessing. They are reading a signal as clear to them as a voice. A study published in Animal Cognition confirmed that dogs can detect rising cortisol levels in their owners through scent alone, with an accuracy that researchers described as remarkable. Not sometimes, not occasionally, consistently. And here is where it gets deeper. Sleeping at your feet gives your dog a front-row position to your entire emotional broadcast. Your heart rate, your breathing pattern, the tension in your legs, the restlessness you carry even in sleep. Night after night, they are not just resting beside you, they are learning you, building a map of what you feel like when you are okay, so that the moment something shifts, they know. They do not know why you are hurting, but they know that you are, and they stay. 6. The feet choice means you are their safe person. You are not just someone they sleep near, you are their safe person, and there is a difference between those two things that most owners never fully understand. Think about every person in your dog's life for a moment. The people who feed them, walk them, play with them, maybe even love them. Your dog is grateful for all of it, but gratitude is not the same as safety. In wolf packs, every wolf has one individual they return to when a threat passes. Not necessarily the strongest wolf, not the alpha, the one whose presence makes the fear go away. That wolf is called in animal behavior research the secure base. Your dog has one too. And the way researchers identify them is by measuring something your dog does every single night, without you ever knowing it was happening. A study by Nagasawa and colleagues published in the journal Science found that when dogs make eye contact with their primary attachment figure, both the dog and the human experience a measurable surge in oxytocin, the same bonding hormone released between a mother and her newborn child. The same chemical, the same response, the same depth of connection, and the person who triggers that response most powerfully, most consistently, is the person whose feet they sleep at. Not because of what you do for them, not because of the walks or the meals or the years of care, but because of something quieter than all of that. Because somewhere along the way, in a moment neither of you marked or remembered, your dog decided, you are where safe is. 7. When they stop, pay attention. Earlier, right at the beginning of this video, I mentioned something. I said if your dog has recently stopped sleeping at your feet, don't brush it off. This is that moment. Dogs are creatures of deep habit. When a pattern this significant breaks, a pattern built over months, sometimes over years, they are not being moody. They are not bored of you. They are communicating, and they are always communicating something real. There are 3 things that can cause this shift, and each one needs a different response from you. The first is physical. When a dog begins isolating themselves, choosing floors instead of your side, corners instead of your feet, it is sometimes the body asking for space it cannot otherwise explain. Pain, discomfort, something internal that has not yet made itself visible. Older dogs especially. If the change is sudden and your dog seems quieter than usual, a vet visit is not an overreaction. It is the right response. The second is environmental. Something shifted in their world. A new person in the house, a new animal, a change in your schedule that altered the rhythm they had built around you. Cats are not the only animals that feel disruption. Your dog feels every rearrangement, even the ones that seem invisible to you. Give them time. Give them consistency. Show them the ground beneath them has not moved. The third is emotional. Something happened in that space. A loud argument. A night of tension they absorbed but could not understand. A moment that left a mark you may not even remember. Dogs do not forget the feeling of a room even when the reason for that feeling is gone. They need to be gently brought back to safety. Not corrected, not commanded, brought back. Because here is what every owner needs to understand. Your dog did not choose your feet by accident. They chose them through trust that was built slowly, quietly, over more time than either of you realized. And when that changes, the trust has not gone. It has just gotten uncertain. Your job is to make it certain again. Sit with them. Get low. Let them come to you. And when they do, when they settle back at your feet after days or weeks of distance, that is not a small moment. That is your dog finding their way back home.